Yerp. It's your boy Curry Mac, back with another video. Yo, 3-0, let's get it. That is what I'm talking about. Going into this year, I had extreme high hopes for the Steelers, and I still do, you know what I mean? Our defense still looks strong, still some questionable things. The Texans are like a very valid team to kind of judge off of, and the Texans actually played very well. I think they played pretty good. We just came out on top. We finished the game right, and I think a big part of it is just execution. There at the end, the second half, we got the ball back. We were able to ground a running game, which was huge. You know, that's something that I think all of us Steelers fans are a little worried about. But, you know, all in all, mad happy, good game. So once again, I'm going to go ahead and do like a little reaction video, watch the highlights, kind of go over some things that I liked, that I didn't like, that you guys might have liked or whatever, you know. But before we get into that, make sure you guys comment, like, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe. And, you know, can't start off a video without cracking out a rain. Let's get it. We got ourselves a carnival candy. And yeah, get a nice little crack. Yeah. Ooh. Alright. So, let's go ahead and get into this reaction. What are you doing, Molly? What are you doing? There's Molly, everybody. Say hi. She's a Steelers fan too, you know. At heart. She just don't know it. Yeah, I got a ferret on the table. It's alright. So one thing I wanted to say, like, for one, this is a great test for Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. I'm glad we got to play the Texans kind of first, because Deshaun Watson is a great example of kind of how Lamar plays, like the way he scrambles, the way he like makes plays and hangs in the pocket at times, or can just take off and run. You know, so that was a great test for our defense. What I didn't like about our defense for basically the whole game is we were playing too soft. I think we were giving them obvious plays. We were giving them obvious first downs and like mediocre to short passes. I think I was expecting us to try and let them beat us over the top. I know they got Will Fuller, but they don't have Hopkins anymore. Randall Cobb and Brandon Cooks, just they're good receivers, but they all don't have that connection yet, you know what I mean? So I kind of was expecting us to try and let them beat us over the top and us play tighter. I think that would have gave Watson a harder time, but I could be wrong, you know? But either way, we did get the dub. There was just some things I was questionable about. Some things I was questionable about, but we'll go over it. And once again, Ben, he did good. He still looks a little shaky. He's not like shaking off defenders like he used to be, and he might not, you know. And I kind of expected this. Like, he's getting older. He lost some weight, so it's gonna be harder to kind of just throw him down. I'm more worried about just his overall throwing motion, his elbow, all that good stuff, you know. So he did look. We came out on the first drive blazing. The same thing in the third quarter at the beginning of the half when we received it, came out blazing. It sucks when we got to get a field goal, you know, when you spend 6 minutes or whatever trying to score, but hey. Alright, so here we go. I'm waiting for Minkah Fitzpatrick to kind of show up. Dude, Ben got lit on that play. And things like this is why Juju is so popular and so good for us. His blocking, which I've always said reminds me of Hines Ward, and his ability to just fight for extra yards. I love it. You can't beat that. You can't teach anybody that stuff, really. James Conner played a really good game. He stayed pretty healthy, so very good for him. I hated this play. That was like the first time we really used Jalen Samuels. We haven't really been using him, which kind of shocked. The rookie running back today, I was pretty happy with him. You know, he looked good. I think Pittsburgh, we're trying to figure out what we want to do with our running backs right now, honestly. This is why preseason would have been so great for every team to figure out what rotations could be, or someone could potentially win a starting job. Alright, so here, we're in a soft zone the whole time. I know I was just talking so much about Mike Hilton, and he did get kind of beat on this route, but it was a deep out route. Like, he tried his best. You know, he let him go. And you got drilled. Look at J.J. Watt acting like he did something on that play. Huge shout out to our right tackle. J.J. Watt only had one tackle all game. That's it, one tackle. You cannot do a better job. One tackle. Our backup right tackle, like, I can't even pronounce his name, so I'm sorry. Like, I can't say it. I don't want to. After a game like that, I don't want to disrespect his name at all. Our right tackle did a phenomenal job on a two-time Defensive Player of the Year. This pass, some of these deep throws, Ben's just not feeling it, or maybe he sees the safety coming down at the last second. I don't know. But I hope Deontay Johnson's all right. I know he suffered that big hit, held onto the ball. You know, it looks like he's on the concussion protocol. Hopefully you're doing good, man. Let's move forward. My boy. See, stuff like this is what I believe our defense is good at usually holding up with just a four-man front, is when people like Watson or Russell Wilson or Lamar Jackson start moving around in the pocket. And I wonder if it has something to do with, you know, just Ben, like, you know, the defense just watching him all the time or playing against him. But usually we do a pretty good job on that. And that's why this game's a huge test for us, because how Lamar is. You know, Watson is a very good quarterback, you know, so he did kind of get us on that play, but and here everyone just charged like the inside gaps. We didn't have anybody on the outside. It was like an awkward handoff, but I think it kind of actually helped develop the blocking, which gave him that big run. That was a scary pass, Ben. I thought that could have been picked. Good thing Vance McDonald, he's got strong hands. I thought Eric Ebron dropped that, but that was a huge catch. Very good job. I think, doesn't Ebron get a touchdown here? Oh, here's Deontay Johnson. That's the concussion right there. He did get lit up. Oh, this was so scary. I'm glad Ben is getting better at this stuff, because usually 99% of the time old Ben is going to just force that. He's going to be like, whatever, I trust my receiver. And it's good to trust your receiver, but some things are just not good to throw. I know some people probably hated this play call. We ran the same kind of play later on in the game, and it worked out all right. But this on the goal line is very iffy, because you're doing like a little tight end screen when everyone's only bunched up within 1 yard. So I didn't really get that play call. But then again, it could have like threw them off. I don't know. Whatever. And that's the other thing. It wasn't a legal man downfield or something. And Eric Ebron, that's what we brought him here for. Touchdowns, baby. This dude's so good at locating the ball. Same with Chase Claypool. I could see him in the future being a very good red zone threat. Mike Hilton, my boy. And he got lit, dude. Bud Dupree played another good game once again. I think he had 2 or 2.5 sacks. But Mike Hilton's the one that blew that play up. So, such a big first down right before half. I forgot we were down 14. James Washington kind of had a small night, not too many targets, but that was a very good back shoulder throw and catch. Juju, something happened with the defense there. They just, I don't know. He was wide open, we'll take that all day. It's these crossing routes, and the Chiefs do this a lot too, where it breaks the defense down a lot. Patriots used to do that. Like, these crossing routes can confuse if you're in man-to-man or zone, All time right there, man. He had plenty of time. And this is the thing. We got 4 defenders just sitting behind. Again. I was getting frustrated on this. Because this is when we need to come alive and get a stop with our forefront, I don't think we blitzed anybody. And then Steven Nelson, he was looking back. I don't know why he didn't really put a hand up. Maybe I just need to look at it again. Oh, I just didn't show it. I don't know. McFarland. I like him. He seems alright. Seems pretty tough, like a pretty tough runner. Oh yeah, we go for this 4th and 1, don't we? Imagine if we didn't get that, Texans had the ball right there at the 50, they probably would have at least got a field goal. At least. Do y'all think he got that first down? Comment down below. And this. I think Chase Claypool sold it pretty well. For a rookie receiver in your 3rd game, I think he sold it pretty well. I think he sold it pretty dang well. We only got a field goal out of that. That was a 6-minute drive again. A good sack. Stephon Tua, good to have you back, buddy. That was a pass interference though. You all seen this? Look, dude, he has his one arm hooked. You know what I mean? We got that big hit. Good job. Bud Dupree taking out quarterbacks this year, man. Remember, he lit up Drew Lock or whatever. Watson's just a little tougher, I'm a big fan of Watson. I like him. So here we go again. See, he threw back to his body like that, and we did a good job closing, pushing him out to the corner so he couldn't get to the edge, because if he was able to pass these guys right here, If he was able to get past, that would have been a first down and more. Maybe. I mean, it's 3rd and 15. A corner would have came down, but Watson's tough. So we did a great job getting to the edge, forcing Watson throw back across his body. And then, you know, if we didn't have the safety or whatever there, who knows, that could have been a touchdown. But boom. Boy, Hilton came in clutch right there. That was a huge play. He read it the whole way. He might have even kind of baited him into that. You know what I mean? Who knows? Nice little out route. I'm loving these out routes with Ebron and Ben. I said beginning of the year, let Ben and Ebron build a connection. We're going to be lethal, just them two. And then still get Chase Claypool going. He's already having a good first couple games. Still have Juju, Deontay, Washington. Like, we have a very underrated like receiving and tight end core. And then today we showed our running game. So if we can get all this going, especially if we go back to old Steelers football where we can run the clock down with this running and our defense, we can make a very good run in the playoffs. Yeah, that's a scary throw right there. Scary throw. Ben has trust in Vance McDonald. He's got a lot of trust in these players right now. And then a good touchdown right there. That was huge. Huge. Good blocking up front. Very good job. And that was a very big 2-point conversion. Because let's say it's Deshaun Watson. He makes plays happen. They would have came back, scored. It would have been tied. If we wouldn't get that, they would have been up. A beautiful sack by TJ Watt. Beautiful. Pushing back. Lost a lot of yards on that. Like, there's no... Oh, all right. Yeah. The Vance McDonald's blocking is pretty good. Look at this. Look, he pulls with the Castro. Like, when do you see a guard and a tight end pull together, and then he gets on the edge on this little corner safety? That's just beautiful blocking, run design. Love it. That was a good stop. I like this call, 4th and 1. Too easy. Too easy. That was risky throwing it, but I liked it. I loved it, actually. Some of you might not have, but... Dude, I got so scared on this. I thought this was a touchback. I thought it was Texans ball. Y'all seen that, the Seahawks game with DJ Metcalf? I don't know what he was thinking. He was just holding it and just got punched out. Good thing it went out of bounds. We're at the 1. We were able to knee it, finish the game off. I like that little screen play, the Chase Claypool. I think if we get him in a little more, I think we can get him into some more screens like that. He's very quick and elusive. He kind of reminds me of like Martavius Bryant a little bit, you know? He's got the length like that. Maybe if he builds a little more muscle, becomes strong, a little stronger, but he seems like he can break tackles pretty well. He's like slithery. He's slithery.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
That was a very huge game for us. I think we did a heck of a job. I'm very impressed with our right tackle. I would say I think he was a huge success of our win. Holding J.J. Watt to only 1 tackle, like no sacks, not really any quarterback pressures. Like the only time he was there or relevant was if Ben was already sacked and on the ground, then J.J. would just come in. So, so we got a good right tackle. Unless JJ's he's old and her beat up, you know, that could be the case too. But either way, JJ's got experience and he's good. So huge dub. I'm real happy with our play. I knew this was going to be a tough game because Texans were 0-2. They needed this win. You know, it's hard starting off your season 0-3. Like, once it hits 0-3, 0-4, like, then you basically have to almost win out to make the playoffs. Now we have an extra spot in the playoffs or whatever. It might be a little easier, but once you start off 0-5, 0-4, whatever, it's just tough to keep bouncing back, you know. And hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm trying to keep us updated on Steelers news or whatever. Make sure you guys check out my Madden games. I've been going kind of off with my MUT team, crushing it, you know what I mean? So right now I'm unbeatable, so let's get it. And Pittsburgh looks unbeatable too, knock on wood. But 3-0, it's a great start for us. And yeah. Make sure you guys comment, like, make sure y'all subscribe. All you gotta do is hit the button, follow me, I can follow you back, whatever. I support everybody. But yeah, Steelers 3-0, baby. Let's get it. You're Curry Mac out. You're